So there's a French mining company that for the past 60 years has basically been controlling the entire country of Niger. And that company is called Areva.
Areva.
Areva will stay in Niger. Areva won't give up on Niger.
So uranium mining in Niger basically started in the 1960s, and it was started by a French company called Somina. Now, over the years, through a series of acquisitions and mergers, Somina and a group of other companies became Areva. Now, this story is about Areva and its chokehold on the economy of Niger and the country's struggle to break free. Areva currently controls 3 mines in Niger, and for the past 60 years has been exporting billions of dollars worth of uranium from the country. However, the people of Niger have not reaped the benefits of having Areva mine their natural resources. Guess who benefits? France. Because while the lights on the Eiffel Tower stay on being powered by the uranium from Niger, the people of Niger sleep in total darkness. And whilst thousands of people are employed by Areva in France and in high salaries, the miners in Niger are forced to work under extremely difficult circumstances. The French firm made a lot of promise to the people of Niger. However, Areva has failed on all of its promises, and after exploiting their resources, they leave them with nothing but sickness, death, and diseases from nuclear radiation. So in January 2011, a group of Nigerian miners and the Alet mine decided to go on a protest, demanding better wages and better working conditions. And the protest lasted for several months. It drastically affected the production of uranium in the mines. Well, guess what happened? Areva refused the miners' demands and called on the security agencies through the puppet government to break up the strike, killing over 10 people and injuring dozens of others. The strike eventually ended, and the demands of the miners were never met. But protests continued to grow in Niger as the people were getting tired of French companies stealing their resources and leaving them with nothing. So in 2014, after 2 long years of negotiations, the government of Niger successfully negotiated new contracts with Areva. In this new contract, the royalty rate was to go up from 5.5% to 12%. As you can imagine, Areva did everything it could to not sign this contract. However, it finally signed the contract after months of protests from the citizens of Niger. So many expected that since the royalty rate has gone up from 5.5% to 12%, the money the government received from Areva would also increase, right? Well, no. 5 years after signing the new royalty contract, it was revealed that Areva was actually paying less royalties than it paid before the contract. Now, the question is, how is this possible? Well, they cooked up a very long and complicated scheme to avoid paying royalties. Now, it was pretty complex, so here's how it works in simple terms. Areva had subsidiaries in Niger and France, and the subsidiary in Niger mined the uranium. The subsidiary in France bought the uranium, and so what they did was they effectively reduced the price of the uranium sold to the French subsidiary, thereby reducing the profits and revenue of the Nigerian subsidiary. And with less revenue and less profits means less royalties. Now, after fighting so hard and so long to get a fair share of their own resources, the people of Niger gave up. And all they asked from Areva was to clean up the mines after they were closed down. Because you see, mining uranium doesn't just create an ecological mess, it also creates diseases and causes radiation levels that makes it impossible for people to live near the mines. And people who worked in the mines and lived close to the mines started suffering from radiation poisoning and dying of cancer. Now, they asked Areva to help them clean up areas close to the mine and treat former workers who were sick, but Areva refused. They basically came up with an entire PR stunt to shake their responsibility and denying that the mining activities were causing people to fall sick. And again, the people of Niger got fed up. So if you see people celebrating a coup that happened in Niger, well, it's simply because they have tried everything possible to have a mutually beneficial relationship with France. However, France has done everything possible to ensure that it's continued to enslave and mistreat and extract the resources of the people of Niger and give them nothing in return. And now guess what? The same France is trying to use the leaders of ECOWAS to stage a military intervention in Niger and restore democracy. Well, if that's what democracy means, then the people of Niger ain't buying it.